One of the best thing about the life that I've ever noticed, life changes its definition. The way we perceive the life automatically changes itself. If we perceive the life is beautiful, it becomes beautiful for us. If we perceive the life is problematic, then life is full of problems. If we perceive life is so tough, then we automatically define our life and create that toughness in our life. If we perceive the life is full of adventures, then we automatically attract the adventures. For some people, life is so complicated, but for some people, life is easy. For some people, life is complicated and tough, and they know there is a reason behind this, and they embrace that toughness and they embrace that complexity in their life. And that's how, for those people, life becomes so effortless, and they live each and every moment. They confront with so many things, still they are happy. Still they are able to find their content. Still they are able to be in a peace. Still they live in harmony. And still they love the life. Still they have the hope. Life for some people is so problematic, but for some people it's so complex. It's complex because we make the life complex, or we perceive the life complex. And sometimes the main problem is we don't live in present. That's why it seems life is so complex. We are not focused. That's why it seems the life is so complex. We normally lose ourselves, whether in the present, not in the present, but in the situation that normally seems to us are in a present. But we lose ourselves either in the past events or in the future events. Especially when we lose ourselves in the past events, then there is a problem. The things that already have happened, there's no reason behind this to keep recalling all these memories. We can't do anything about those events. And when we lose ourselves in the future events about which we don't have any idea, we are completely clueless. But still we lose ourselves in the future events too. The another problem that makes the life so complex, we are not able to overcome from different kind of thoughts. Whether these thoughts are from present, whether these thoughts are from future, whether these thoughts are from past. Why does it happen? Why we automatically get linked with the one particular thought? Why we are not able to get rid of that particular thought? Why does it happen? Why our mind automatically gets so infatuated to think about that particular thought? What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this, we are not able to get that point where we could actually overcome from that particular thought. The reason behind this, we have our past problems. We have the patterns in our life. And we are not able to identify those patterns. We are not able to solve all those problems that are leading to think to us all those particular thoughts. Like even I get stuck sometime thinking about that particular thought, and that thought normally doesn't let me think about something else. And sometimes we are not able to identify whether we are getting linked with that particular thought or not. And we keep thinking about that particular person, we keep thinking about that particular events, we keep thinking about what it could have done in that situation and what I could do better in that situation. But everything is out of whack. The only thing we need to do just to identify, the only thing we need to do just to get the awareness, the only thing we need to do just to know the importance of living in the present. Present is a kind of magic. And if we know this magic, and if once we relish this magic, we live with this magic and we chase for this magic. I've lived so many times in the present, and there's nothing like anything living in the present. It's one of the most beautiful blessings for the people who live in the present. But still, we are habitual to get linked with a particular thought. Like If I give my example, once I make the new friends, I can stop thinking about the discussion that I've had with my friend, about the point of view that my friend have about that particular topic. I can resist myself. I can resist my mind to contemplate about all these discussions, to find something in those discussions. And sometimes I even can't resist myself to think about that particular person, the person who's just become my friend. And sometimes I get clinged with the person, and sometimes we get clinged with the person or clinged with the particular person's thought. So it happens with everyone else. It happens with me. I'm a human being. We all are human beings. We all make mistake. Sometimes we make the blunder. That's how all we make our life complex. Life is so effortless, but the thing is we make it complex. Awareness is the key of change. Unless we get the awareness, we are not able to overcome from this. Now, overcoming is not the easy task, but it's feasible. We all can do this. Just to overcome from this thought, we just need to switch one thought from another thought. We have so many things in our life on which we really need to keep our eye on the ball. We have so many tasks, so many goals. We have to work on all these kind of things. But one problem automatically comes up when we actually need to focus on the things that we need to prioritize. We prioritize that particular person's thought, that particular person's in our mind, because that thought is so alluring. It's so fascinating to think about that person. When we fall in love with someone, it happens that time too. We can't stop thinking about that person, and that's how we feel attachment with that person. That's how we want to just be the most of the time with that person. That's how we consider whether that person is for us or not. We check the compatibility, we spend more time, we come up with more questions, we come up with more reality checks. Whatever we do, just because of that thing, that particular thought that always stays in our mind. And it happens with the next problems too. Sometimes we get too infatuated with that particular person's thought, and we are not able to focus in our life. We are not prioritizing the things for us. That's how the things don't happen. We don't get the results. We feel like we got stuck in that loop and we are not able to overcome from that loop. And we keep doing the very things on autopilot mode and we don't get the results. Things don't happen. Sometimes we don't do the things. Have you heard about, like, we don't normally take care of ourselves when we fall in love? Or have you heard, we don't take care of ourselves, we are focusing on that particular goal. We don't even eat, we don't even drink, we don't even take proper sleep because we got so infatuated with the thought of victory, with the thought of the result, with the thought of that moment when we would be living the ecstatic life, we would be feeling fulfilled. That thought actually gives us the power to work for that thing. But this kind of thought sometimes doesn't allow us to focus on the life. Sometimes doesn't allow us to take care of ourselves. Sometimes doesn't allow us. We need to praise the life too. Sometimes doesn't even allow us. We need to relax for a bit. Life is about to enjoy too. Life is about to work on itself. Life is about to thrive. Life is about to relish each and every moment and have a meaningful relationship with the people. Life is all about working for itself and living itself. Life is not all about just keep striving and striving for the things and keep working for one thing to another thing, jumping from one thing to another thing, one goal to another goal, one mission to another mission. Life is all about living itself, praising itself, loving itself, and sharing the knowledge that we are getting from the life to other peoples. That's why we are on this planet Earth. But the reason is just because we don't prioritize what is meant for us, we lose the focus. We are not able to get the desired results. Or sometimes we get infatuated with the result but we don't focus on the journey. We get cling with that thought. That thought doesn't leave us to work in that particular present. In this present, we actually could focus to work for that particular goal. Infatuated thoughts are so clingy, and when we try to overcome from that thought, it's not arduous, but it's possible. We just try to switch from one thought to another thought. We should work on the things that thinks for us. We should have to stop ourselves to get more further in that thought. We have to fill our life with so many other things. Like if I consider that I am getting infatuated with the particular thought of my friend, and if I try to shift my thought from one thought to another, then it would take some time, but I'll able to do it. And if I consider that one person about which I feel a clingy, and I feel I'm not able to overcome that particular person's thought, then what would I do? I'm making more and more friends. I'm broadening my network. I'm adding more and more people in my life so that I don't feel dependent on that particular person or that particular person's thought. And sometimes that person comes up with the one reason that automatically provokes us to be with that particular person's thought. Like, there are so many people who know their boundaries. There are so many people who cross their boundaries. I know my boundaries too. And once I make friends, and I try to open for every kind of possibility. I believe in the things when things naturally happen. And another thing is the limit. If we know our limit, we can stop ourselves for getting too much further, because another person's have its own identity, have its own expectation. And if we get too further, and if we cross our limit, these kind of thoughts hurts our relationship. And if we are aware, if we control our things, then we are able to save that relationship. So better than getting clingy with the person's thought or person, we just need to aware, we just need to fill our life, we just need to make our network broaden. And once we broaden our network, we have so many people in our life, we have so many things to do. We just have to get habitual to live the kind of life, the life we are looking for. We just need to get addicted with the routine that is necessary for us to fulfill our desires, to attract the time we are looking for and we had a dream at that time. We just only need to love to our life, to love to our present, unless there is something happens. And if that person is for you, that person will remain with you. And if that person is already into someone, that thing will help you not to get too much clinged with that person too. Like so many times happens, like every time it happens with me. Like I meet with the girl, and the girl, either they don't want to get married, or they just already have a relationship. And this feeling, once I know, it automatically stops me to feel in any other way with that person, to feel that person can become my life partner. I know my limit, that person knows its limit. And even if I know that person is for me, then still I know that person is for me just for a friend. And that belief, that situation automatically makes me capable not to feel so close to that person. And automatically I set the boundary for me, and we should set the boundary for ourselves. Another way is set the boundaries and fill your life. Switch to one thought to another thought, and everything will be alright. I live the life in this particular way. And I'm not saying that I've discovered everything. Even I struggle with the things. I struggle with my thoughts. I'm like a normal human being, and I'm just getting a little bit aware. Whatever is in my mind, I just share with the people. And if I'm knowing something about myself, and I thought people would have already had an idea about their life too. Sometimes we don't have the idea, we are getting survived in this situation, but until we get the validation from someone like this could be the thing, we don't realize, we don't work for the things. At least people would be able to realize, and once they consider to work on the things, they'll be working on the things. That's my thought, that's my thing. It is the only thing that gives to kick to me, and it's the only thing that is to my liking. And I believe if I know something, if I'm learning something, I just need to share these things with the people. So I'm trying this thing too. I've been getting clinged with the particular person's thought, one of my friend, and I recently became a friend of her. What I did, I was not able to stop myself to think about her, and we became friends somehow. And that friend actually put me in my new job too, and I'm so grateful to her for this. And automatically, if that person is attractive, if that person is sometime is above your expectation, you feel that kind of attachment, and you feel that kind of attraction too. This is the kind of any kind of attraction, like physical attraction, like any kind of attraction, we can say that. But I got to know she is in a relationship, and this thing helped me a lot to not to think too much about her. And that's how the things work, and that's how we should work as well. If we don't have the reason not to think about that particular person, that find that reason. We have to find that reason. There's another way not to get clinged with any thought. Like if we are getting clinged that this thought is hurting me, if we are thinking about the presentation that we have to give by tomorrow, and we are so anxious and we are not able to overcome from that anxiety, we just need to think, why I'm getting anxious? I prepared for the presentation, and if I didn't do any kind of preparation, so how I prepare myself so I don't feel anxiety at that time? I don't need to feel anxiety at that time. So how do I prepare myself? Just prepare for the things and work for the things. Anxiety will automatically goes far away. Prepare for the things, work for the things. If you already are prepared, the only thing need to realize that this thought won't help me anymore. This is just a task, and I just need to complete this task. What would happen, good or bad, I have no idea. My job is just to do this task. I don't know whether my clients would appreciate me or whether my clients would criticize me. My job is just to present myself. Again, I summarize. First, fill your life. Second, find the reason. What is the root cause of this reason? What is the pain in the neck? Third, always set the boundaries for yourself and love your life, live your life. Fourth, broaden your network for everything and switch your thought from one thought to another thought. Do whatever floats your boat. Like switching the thoughts is not the easy task for every person. Even I fail sometimes, but the thing is, just do everything, whatever is in your routine. You will automatically grasp the data. And once we grasp the data, our mind starts thinking about the data, and thoughts automatically shifts from one to another. This is the simplest way to not to get clinged with any kind of thought, or not to get clinged with any kind of person's thought or person's behavior or person's the way of talking or about the persons too. So it's not the easy way, but it can be done. Everything will come up in our way if we do practice. Life is all about learning. It's all about getting the knowledge. It's all about sharing itself and complement each other. The person who needs this. Fill that person's life. Fill your life too. And make yourself self-sufficient. We don't need to make ourselves dependent. We are not dependable on someone. We can find our happiness by ourselves. We can find our protection by ourselves. We can resolve our problems by ourselves. Open discussion is the solutions of everything. If you feel that this is the thought that is bothering you, then just discuss that thought with that person about which you have the thought, for which you have the thought. Like if I can't stop thinking about my new friend by any reason, then I have the right to discuss this thing with my friend. Sometimes people have the better techniques. If we don't find the answer, if we are not able to find the answer, then our friends have better techniques. They can suggest something better. We just need to do the work on those things. Everything is hit and trial. Even if we know the answer, it will be hit and trial too. But something there is that will work for you. But until we discuss the thing to that person, we wouldn't be able to do the thing. Another person sometimes comes up with the better solution and comes up with the better techniques about which we don't have any idea. Sometimes it's our first situation, and might that person have gone through with these kind of situations so many times. So always try this thing too. There is a fifth way. And work in the present, focus on the present, love your present, love your life, work in your life, show up every time. And one thing that I've learned and I recalled from my friend, from my batchmate, she said, what is something for you will remain with you. No matter what you try to avoid that thing, but that thing will remain with you, that thing will come for you, that thing will show up with you. I knew that thing, but somehow we forget the things. I forgot the things. And I was having a tough time with this thing. But that friend, that girl, taught me again, if this something is for you, that will come up in your life. No one can stop you. No one can stop that thing for you. And this is the thing actually helped me to realize, if that friend is mine, if our friendship is meaningful, then our friendship will remain last. I had the doubt too, and I was not able to overcome from this thought. But that particular notion helped me out, and I started trusting on my new friendship. And that's how I put myself in her shoe. I listened her own point of view, and now I'm comfortable. So sometimes we learn from the people. Sometimes we don't even discuss the things. Sometimes automatically solutions come up. We just need to show up every time. We just need to open up ourselves. We just need to be ready for everything that comes up. And we all can do this thing. Even if I am doing the things, I have the awareness. You can have the awareness. You have the awareness, but we ignore the things. Just don't ignore. Work for the things. Live for the things. It's our life. Only one life. And it's our responsibility to take the charge to work on this. No one gonna work for your life. And make it more beautiful, more peaceful. It's not complex. We make the life so complex by just putting ourselves into all these kind of situations, the situations that don't mean anything in our life. And believe in yourself, everything will be alright. Nothing is complex. Everything is so effortless. Once you get the clarity, once we get the clarity, everything seems so visible, so effortless. And that's how, for some people, life is so facile. That's why people are able to confront with the things. The clarity automatically helps us to overcome from anything and always put ourselves into the peace. And we started having the knowledge of the reason behind anything. And we start reading between the lines. That's all the life about is. Trust on the life. Brings a smile on everyone's face. Make the world a better place to live. That's all I've got to say about this. Signing off, Vivek Kumar, your buddy. Bye bye.